wrote a comedy, basically because nobody was physically hurt here. I'm sure that some people were traumatized. The poor little lady behind the counter has to pass over the money at the facing a shotgun. And that person happened to be Bob McMillan's wife. Bob McMillan is a local retired OPP, and he told this story to the Museum Common Ground experience, storytelling experience. And it was such a good story, and it's a funny story. And Len Mark approached me and he said, why don't you write a play and we'll have Trilight put it on and go in conjunction with the concert series and Trilight. And this is the play we're talking about.
I'm Kim Morrison for Go on Shaw TV. I'm here today with Phil Burke, the writer of a play that's going to be presented in Kenora called The Fashion Plate Bandit. It's about a bank robbery that took place in Keewatin, Ontario, our little town, in the 1950s. Phil, tell us more about the play and what drove you to decide to write a play about this.
Len Mark suggested I write a play about this based on a report that Bob McMillan presented to Museum Common Ground experience. And the story was perfect for a play, for a comedy. It had a funny outcome, nobody was hurt, and very few people traumatized. The bad guys were caught and paid for their crimes. It's a great story.
She's very nervous in the bank. Manager says, you know the routine, give him the money. So she's behind the counter, she's putting on bundles of 20s and whatever, and he's taking them, stuffing them into his jacket, and she stops and she says, is that enough?
How long did the play take you to write?
Months. I did considerable research so that I could reflect the life in 1954 Keewatin at the time. And I have to credit the minor news archives, which were invaluable. It's just superb. Plus the museum, the library, and various people I encountered along the way that helped share their memories of this event.
One of your you were chatting about the people you interviewed, and one of them was my cousin Mildred Ann Davis from Keewatin, and my family is from Keewatin, and I had no idea there was a bank robbery in Keewatin. So it's great for us to hear, my generation, to hear about what the history, some of the history of Keewatin. So we really thank you for putting this play together, and we thank Len Mark for instigating you to do it as well.
Yes, and certainly the Trilight people are working right now on its production. It will be produced in April, and we're really looking forward to it. The bank robber, I didn't want to intrude on the bank robber and his girlfriend's life, because these are real people too, and I tried to treat them as gently as possible, getting most of the information from the newspapers rather than being creative myself. It's sad in that respect, but the rest of it's hilarious.
Well, I know I'm looking forward to it, to seeing the play, and like Phil said, it's going to be produced in April. I think it's April 17th to the 22nd at the Trilight Theatre, so keep your eyes open for tickets, and I know I'll be there, so I hope to see you there. For Go, I'm Kim Morrison on Shaw TV.
Thank you.